हेलो गाइस, वेलकम टू माय लाइव स्ट्रीम। आज थोड़ा नया गेम। मैं इस गेम में वैसे काफ़ी आगे हूँ, पर हाँ, देखते हैं। इस गेम की ना न्यू अपडेट आई हुई है, तो नई चीज़ें, नया सब कुछ, तो फिर वही है। चेकआउट करते हैं क्या क्या है। सबसे पहले तो ये एक आरपीजी गेम है, जेंशिन इम्पैक्ट। अभी टॉप पे चल रही है सब। लाइक इंडिया में मुझे नहीं पता, पर लाइक मेरे में नोन में तो काफ़ी लोग खेल रहे हैं, पर इंडिया में का इतना नहीं पता कि कितने ज़्यादा लोग खेल रहे हैं। पर वर्ल्ड वाइड तो बहुत ही ज़्यादा पॉपुलर है, हद से ज़्यादा पॉपुलर। तो सबसे पहला टास्क करते हैं। सबसे पहले तो इसकी स्टोरी लाइन शुरू करता हूँ, क्योंकि स्टोरी लाइन पे ना काफ़ी इंटरेस्टिंग हो जाता है, तो देखने में और सुनने में अच्छा लगता है काफ़ी। सबसे
Seems all
पहले
the
तो
other knights already have their
नाविगेट
hands
करते
full.
हैं, कहाँ पे जाए। यहाँ पे चलते हैं सबसे पहले। एक तो इतनी मुश्किल से ये अपडेट आई है ना, इतने टाइम तक कुछ था ही नहीं, मैंने ऑलमोस्ट मैक्स कर दिया था अपना सब कुछ, तो बस घूमे जा रहे थे और तो कुछ नहीं था इस गेम में। अब कल परसों में ये अपडेट आई है, मेरे को टाइम नहीं मिला लाइव जाने का इस गेम के लिए, तो फिर अब जा रहा हूँ फाइनली। तो मैंने कुछ किया नहीं था एज सच, क्योंकि जिससे मैं अब कर सकूँ लाइव स्ट्रीम में। एक बार मैं चेक कर लूँ साउंड वाउंड सब आ रहा है कि नहीं। पहले थोड़े मॉन्स्टर से मार लेते हैं, तुम लोगों को थोड़ा दिखा दूँगा। ये रिसोर्सेज छोड़ते हैं, उनको कलेक्ट करके फिर प्लेयर को तुम असेंड कर सकते हो। असेंड मतलब नेक्स्ट लेवल अपग्रेड वगैरह वगैरह। जैसे अभी मेरा 80 है, अब नेक्स्ट 80 के बाद जो प्लेयर होएगा वो एडवेंचर रैंक 50 पे होएगा, तो मैं अभी 43 पर हूँ। माउंटेन चढ़ना पड़ेगा इस गेम में। स्टैमिना कब बहुत डिप्लीट होता रहता है पूरा टाइम। तो ऐसे माउंटेन्स ये सब चढ़ना बड़ा मुश्किल हो जाता है एक पर्टिकुलर टाइम के बाद, और बहुत ज़्यादा हाइट पे होता हूँ। ओ हेलो टॉक्सिक भाई, क्या हाल है आपके? वो चेस्ट मिल गई, चलो। पता नहीं कितने हफ्तों बाद मिली है मुझे चेस्ट यहाँ पे, वरना तो पता नहीं चेस्ट ही नहीं मिलती। सब कर रखा है। कौन सा गेम खेलोगे नीलेश भाई बताओ? वैलोरेंट तो अभी नहीं खेलूँगा मैं, रात को खेलेंगे।
Look up there! That's the Jade Chamber! This is bad. Paimon's supposed to be your guide, but Paimon doesn't know where the way
भाई
up
वो
to
मैं
the
ना
Jade
गया
Chamber
हुआ था कहीं
is.
बाहर, घर पे नहीं था, तो कल लैपटॉप नहीं था पास
Well,
में,
since we want to
सिमुलेटर
go to
से
the
था।
Jade Chamber, heading to its location on the map is the sensible thing to do. Let's look around. There has to be.
अबे
Hey, look! Since this is the right place, it must have. Yes, this must.
कैरेक्टर चेंज करना पड़ेगा। कौन सा है ये रहा, चलो।
Just what will we come across this time?
It only took. Aw, if that wind current was stronger, we. Huh? Why? Or. Alright, let's follow your plan. Then we can.
कौन सा ये वाला गेम खेलने की
It
बात
looks
कर रहे हो
like
आप,
we've
या
gotten
फिर
close to the. Why don't we shoot up
वैलोरेंट
to
की
the
बात कर
Jade
रहे हो?
Chamber? Oh.
ये वाला तो खेल सकते हैं ऑनलाइन, अगर पर
Oh, that's
अगर आपने
right.
एक बार भी नहीं खेला तो फिर एक
Now
बार
that you
पर्टिकुलर
mention
लेवल
it.
पे आपको पहुंचना पड़ता है, फिर ही साथ में खेल सकते हो। भाई सब कुछ मिला ही नहीं। सबसे गंदा ये लगता है टेलीपोर्ट होना, इधर से उधर, और लोडिंग में ये टाइम जो लगता है, पर दिमाग खराब होता है। हुई। काफ़ी ज़्यादा टाइम लग जाता है लोडिंग में। ये है अभी मेरा सबसे ओपी कैरेक्टर डीलुक, मतलब गेम में ही शायद ये सबसे एक तरह से मतलब काफ़ी स्ट्रॉन्ग है। चलो चेस्ट मिल गई फ्री में। आ सकते हो अगर आपने मतलब खेला है ये गेम, डाउनलोड किया हुआ है आपने? अगर किया हुआ है तो फिर बताओ कौन सी एडवेंचर रैंक पे हो आप?
Who trespasses on these hallowed grounds?
Exactly. We're invited guests. No. Wait. Maybe this was Ningguang's plan all along. She pretended to invite us to the Jade Chamber, but set up a Millelith ambush here to arrest us. Now Paimon's mad! You! Over there! This is a trick, isn't it? How shameless!
What? We're
ये
just
ना
on
यार जो
guard duty.
पाइमन
What do you
इतना
mean
बकबक
shameless?
करती है, मतलब क्या ही बोलूं।
What nonsense! Seize these
चबर
suspicious
चबर
intruders
चबर
at
चबर
once!
चुप ही नहीं होती यार, पागल सी।
Well, here they come! Line them up and knock them down!
चलो फिर पंगे लेंगे तो फिर पिटाई कर देते हैं इनकी। ये है इसका पॉपुलर गए। अच्छा और भी आएंगे, फिर इन्हें देखना होता ना।
Midnight Phantasmagoria!
To arms!
आने दो।
Take the target alive!
हाँ डाउनलोड कर लो, पर ना आपको एडवेंचर रैंक 16 होना पड़ेगा अगर साथ में खेल रहे हैं ऑनलाइन, वरना अभी इतना ज़्यादा भी ऑनलाइन वाला नहीं है। मेन तो बहुत काफ़ी अच्छा एडिक्टिव गेम है ये, पर वो ये कोऑप में यही है, साथ में मॉन्स्टर्स मार सकते हैं वगैरह वगैरह। बाकी सोलो ही करना होता है, स्टोरी वगैरह ये सब। मेरी अभी एडवेंचर रैंक 43 है। मेरे को खेलना शुरू किए 1 मंथ होने जा रहा है शायद। हाँ ऑलमोस्ट 1 मंथ हो जाएगा।
Stop! What's all this about?
Lady Coaching, these two strange people suddenly appeared. They seem to have designs on the Guizhong Ballista.
Who are you calling strange?
You want to go to the Jade Chamber? Who are you?
We're invited guests here to look for the Liyue Qixing. Who are you?
Well, as it happens, I am one of the Liyue Qixing.
Oh,
I'm Kuching, the Yuheng of the Qixing.
अच्छा
I know of you, traveler. You're Ningguang's guests, yes?
wow. Paimon didn't think we'd meet some super rich big shot out here in the middle of nowhere either.
The Guizhong Ballista in Tianheng Pass has long been in disrepair. And yet, it was fixed in a single night. I came here
हाँ
to
भाई
investigate
वैलोरेंट
that
तो खेलेंगे
occurrence.
आज। हाँ लाइव आ जाएंगे। मैं तभी ये ना
These
अभी कर
Millelith
रहा
are
था,
just here to
क्योंकि
guard the
फिर
scene, not to
अगर मैं
arrest
अभी नहीं
anyone.
करता तो फिर मैं ये रात को खेलता, तो
So
फिर
this
वैलोरेंट
was
नहीं खेल
all a
पाता मैं आज रात को, तो मैंने
Anyway.
अभी कर दिया है।
For a mortal to be able to repair...
क्योंकि इसकी भी स्टोरी लाइन कंप्लीट करनी थी मेरे को, क्योंकि जो मेरे फ्रेंड्स हैं ना काफ़ी ज़्यादा आगे निकल रहे हैं,
Just call me Kuching.
तो इसलिए खेलना ज़रूरी था मेरे लिए।
I'd say that Ningguang's purpose is to request that the savior of Mondstadt take a more neutral
बाकी
stance.
स्ट्रीम
Or at
क्वालिटी
least
और
to not wholly
ऑडियो,
side with the
मेरी ऑडियो और
Adepti.
गेम ऑडियो क्लियर आ रही है ना? अगर बता सकते हो तो
We're
बता दो।
not taking sides. We spoke with the adept.
When you say protect, you're referring to...
Huh?
You are mortals and thus under their protection. There was no way they would have regarded you as someone with the ability to assassinate a god. Naturally, they would also regard Ningguang's locking down the area, questioning the citizenry, and pursuit of the assassin to be pointless work. Perhaps they even wonder if there might be a cover-up. I'll say it like it is. They're underestimating us.
Well, you've got a point there. Still, this is the first time Paimon's seen a person from Liyue who doesn't respect the gods or the Adepti.
Should I respect the shallow sense of time and condescension to mortals that has caused them to delay in
thank you,
moving
thank
against
you.
us, Qixing? Forget it. I shouldn't speak of them this way. This skepticism is mine alone, and Ningguang does not share it. Either way,
काफ़ी अच्छा
I
गेम
will
है, ट्राई
admit
कर
that the
सकते हैं
actions of the
ये वाला भी।
Adepti this
पर
time were
बस वही
quite
है,
restrained.
काफ़ी ज़्यादा एडिक्टिव है,
Rex
बहुत
Lapis's death
एडिक्टिव
is
है।
indeed an extraordinary circumstance.
मतलब मेन तो यही
But
है,
to
ये जो
think
अपना
that they would
ये है
call
मेन
for a
कैरेक्टर
council of
स्टोरी का,
Adepti rather than come
इसकी
down here
सिस्टर ना
directly.
अपनी सिस्टर को ढूंढने आया
How
है ये।
surprisingly civilized. Well, for Ningguang, She would talk
और
anything
फिर
and
बहुत
everything out
तगड़ा
if she
ट्विस्ट
could.
मिलता है एंड में,
The time of the
तो
Adepti
काफी
has
सही
long passed.
स्टोरी लाइन भी काफी
If
सही है,
even the Liyue Chising don't
challenges
want to
है, हर
face that
चीज है।
truth, then what future is there for Liyue?
Another super bold statement.
I'll stop here. Honestly, I hadn't intended to say so much. But you're a good listener, traveler.
पबजी
You should both be off to the Jade
अब तो आने ही
Chamber.
वाला है
Don't be
वैसे।
late now.
पबजी कैसे एक अच्छा
Ningguang's
एंड्रॉइड
schedule
फोन
is
आएगा ना,
packed to the
एंड्रॉइड में
gills
चला
all the way till next
iOS पे
year.
इतना खास चल नहीं रहा।
The cream of Liyue's
तो
mercantile
मैं
crop
तो
also
वैसे
is
बैन
sending
के
to
बाद
the
मैंने
Jade
खेला भी नहीं
Chamber as the
पबजी।
greatest honor. Each brings rich gifts as they visit, all to curry a little favor with Ningguang.
Favor?
अब आज आने वाला है ना,
But
फिर खेलेंगे दबा के। कोशिश है कॉन्करर
that's
पहुंच
right.
जाऊं।
Greeting gifts are.
All
एज
right,
पे
all
तो
right.
आजकल सभी
You can
पहुंच
decide
जाते
on
हैं,
your greeting
कॉन्करर
gift
की बात है
yourselves.
जो है।
Let me tell you how to get to the Jade Chamber first. You didn't actually have to come to Mount Tianheng. Go back to Liyue Harbor. Find a guide at the Yuehai Pavilion, and... Well then. May we meet again, traveler.
Well, that Yuheng may not respect the gods, but Paimon thinks she's a pretty cool person. So, what should we give to Ningguang when we see her? Oh, right! Paimon dreamed of an amazing snack last night. Sugar frosted slime!
बहुत बोलती है यार, बहुत बोलती है।
Paimon has a feeling that it would be perfect for a super rich person like Ningguang. Why don't we go with that for a gift? Nope! But Paimon's sure that we just need to make it with some boom shakalaka. Let's go gather ingredients. Time waits for no one.
पहले तो कैरेक्टर चेंज करूँगा। अच्छा, ये तो फ्रेंड है। Barbara.
Wish me luck!
ये कैरेक्टर हील कर देती है सबको। पास में ही है, वहाँ चलो, यहाँ टेलीपोर्ट हो जाते हैं। अच्छा अच्छा, हाँ जी, थैंक यू भाई। कोशिश है, बाकी देखते हैं पहुँच सकते हैं कि नहीं। चलो फिर सामान ढूंढना है हमें। ये जो नीचे ना स्लाइम
Ooh, look at
लोलू
that
पोलू सा।
slime. It looks crystal clear and really delicious. That's the one.
और कौन सा? बचा क्या? इसमें खाना वाना सब बना सकते हैं।
Dodge this!
Huh? Is it just Paimon? Or is there a sweet fragrance in the air? Huh? Did you hear that?
पहले तो क्या बोलते हैं,
It seemed like it came from
मैं
those
एस में
ruins over
पहुंचा हुआ
there.
बहुत बार, पर वही है
Uh-oh.
एस ही।
It looks like the treasure hoarders have locked someone inside.
बाकी कल तो वैलोरेंट इसने नहीं खेला क्योंकि दोस्त की बर्थडे पार्टी थी, जाना पड़ेगा। और फिर वो दोस्त भी क्या भाई, फिर वापस नहीं आया था।
That was Below par.
Thank you for your help, kind travelers. If you hadn't come to my aid, I surely would have rotted in this cell. Those treasure hoarders. When their mood was good, they'd rearrange those pots of sweet flowers. When they...
Aw, it was nothing. No need to thank.
I understand. Don't say that. I only escaped this predicament because of you. I'm Meng Dan, a supplier for Mingxing jewelry, and I never expected that those treasure hoarders would have their eyes on the same ruins that I had. Is there anything that you lack? Antiques, treasure, various knickknacks, you name it. Well, as long as you want what I have to offer, of course.
हाँ लिया हुआ है काफ़ी
Wait a
बार
moment.
तो देखते हैं
Actually, we are looking for
मैं तो
something.
अब
Oh?
देखते हैं पबजी कैसे
And what might
आता
that
है
be?
कैसे वर्क करता है कितने मतलब
Do you have a
हाइप
box
अगर
that can
वैसी है
store
तो फिर हाँ
presents?
पास
We'd like
लेंगे
a
Of course
वीडियोस
we
बनाएंगे
do.
लाइव
How can
जाएंगे
one sell antiques without gift boxes? Now just give me a moment and I'll let the boss know.
Great! Paimon sugar frosted slime now comes in a beautiful package. Let's dance!
अब कहाँ चलना है सिटी में चलो
Let the show begin!
Some new items in.
देखते हैं क्या मिलता है
A guy called Meng Dan told us that we could get a nice and shiny box from your store.
Uncle Meng already told me about it. Thank you both for saving him.
अच्छा अच्छी बात
Many
है
of the
हाँ
best
वही
goods in
ना
our
तो लोगों
store
ने
were
तो
found by
भाई
Uncle Meng.
मतलब जो ये टॉप
If
यूट्यूबर्स थे
anything
इन
were to
लोगों ने तो
happen to him,
लाखों लगा रखे
It
हैं
would be
भाई
impossible for us to
तो
continue
अगर
doing
नहीं आता तो
business.
बड़ी दिक्कत हो जाती है
Here, this container is itself an antique, with at least 140 years of history. It's all
Yep. Hang
Chalo,
on a
chalo,
moment.
sure. Please help yourselves, as long as it's on our shelves.
Traveler, this clay pot looks really awesome. If we use an antique as our mixing bowl, we should be able to make a great snack. It's done! The one and only sugar-frosted slime! Carefully now. Into the box it goes and dust it over with a bit more powdered sugar.
Oh, yes. You might want to use these 2 freshly picked flowers as decorations, too.
Woohoo! It looks beautiful! Great! Now that we've put all that we've got into this box, let's go to the Jade Chamber to see Ming.
बहुत ज़्यादा बकवास करता है
the coaching. This is what we should say. Excuse me, do you sell the moon here?
Yes. How many would you like?
It's not convenient to speak of numbers here.
Ah, well said. Please, use this to ascend to the chamber. Yes, speaking of which, are you two the guests that Lady Ningguang has arranged to meet with today?
Yep.
And yet the code they used was not the one for guests, but for the Yuheng. What's going on here?
देखते हैं क्या चलता है आगे स्टोरी में.
I've been waiting for you, returnee from Joyun Karst.
It's Ningguang! Since this is our first meeting, we've prepared a gift. I hope you like it.
हैप्पी धनतेरस भाई जी.
For me. You have my thanks. It seems that I have made things difficult for you, considering that you were supposed to be my guests.
Oh no, it's nothing.
I'm glad you like it too. This palace floats in the skies, higher than the peak of any mountain. From this vantage point, one may survey all of Liyue. I have been gathering the funds necessary to build it from the time I began learning the merchant's craft. And since becoming the Tianquan, I have spared no effort in hiring the best craftsmen to constantly extend it. At first, it was but the size of one room. Now, it is large enough to blot out the moon in the skies above Liyue. One day, I believe it will overshadow all 7 nations. Not many from outside Liyue earn the right to ascend to the Jade Chamber. But I have been in correspondence with the acting Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius, who spoke highly of you. As such, I have been putting eyes and ears out ever since you reached Liyue.
What?
And I finally got wind of your movements when you were on the way to Wangshu Inn.
Wait! Was Vergoldet one of your people?
Just Vergoldet? No. Everyone at Wangshu Inn is one of ours. At the Guizhang Ballista, yes?
You weren't peeking on us from the skies the whole time, were you?
I fear that peeking would have
अब
been a
इसके
little
अब क्या करूँ
difficult
भाई.
from this
बहुत टाइम
altitude.
बाद आई है ये अपडेट.
Our eyes and ears are
थोड़ी
more
बहुत
than
ही चीजें हैं
sufficient.
इसमें नहीं.
Well, I
तो
wouldn't
एक
expect you
दिन
to
में
trust
खत्म हो
us,
जाएगी अगर
considering
मैं
that you
स्किप
have had
ऐसे
far
चीजें
more
स्किप करता
interactions
रहूंगा
with the
तो.
Adepti. The
पर जो भी है, हो गया खत्म.
I believe that you've heard of the Archon War. Many gods used to walk this earth, and many long wars were fought between them that did not abate until 2,000 years ago. Much blood was shed, and many lives were lost. In the end, only 7 victors remained standing in Tevat. They built cities and nations on the corpses of the vanquished, and thus began the era of the 7. You can see Goyun Stone Forest from here, I trust. It is no natural rock formation. Those are giant spears of rock hurled by Rex Lapis during the war. Beneath the spears lie those cast down by Rex Lapis in those days, gods that failed to seize the title of Archon. Not only is it true that gods may die, but so too has the membership of the 7 changed over the last 2 millennia. Rex Lapis's passing is an unimaginable disaster for Liyue, but the Order of the 7 will not collapse simply because of that. Another Lord of Geo will arise sooner or later. Yet, how are we to forget Rex Lapis? When that time comes, the relationship between the people of Liyue and the gods and Adepti will surely be different from before. Even in a new era, The Liu Qixing remain Rex Lap
ठीक है बहुत बोलती
that
है
day at Yujing Terrace.
यही
But our
कर रही
enemy has long lain hidden
अबे
within the
यार
harbor.
कुछ ज़्यादा ही बोलती
If we do not, hiding the Exuvio was a necessary maneuver to take the initiative back.
Who's this enemy you're talking about?
What do you think, traveler?
Huh? What are you two talking about?
Well answered.
Huh?
The scenery out here is fine indeed, but the wind is a little strong. Our preparations to receive guests within are complete. So please, this way.
चलो देखते हैं कैसे स्वागत होता है यहाँ पे हमारा
Wowee! What a huge hall! Paimon's never seen such a fancy place before.
Be at ease, you two. Make yourselves at home if you wish.
Can we really?
I have invited you two here as friends. And when friends come over to play,
Ooh! Isn't this that legendary wall?
why, you've kept your ear to the ground, I see.
That's because even the storytellers are talking about it. Everyone's after a piece of...
That's because that wall records Leo's secrets. Merchants have always been attracted to secrets, but the secrets of the mercantile world are of no interest to you, are they, traveler? You're rather special, really, and I think you're quite aware of that. If possible, I'd like to have your trust. But if you were to choose the more trustworthy person between myself and Kuching, you'd pick Kuching? Nah, I originally thought her a bit too hard-headed. With someone of her character on the Qixing, I've had some extra messes to clean up behind the scenes. But after she said those words, the time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liu Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is... Well, I must say that quite a few of my doubts have been dispelled. I won't deny that Rex Lapis's passing seems advantageous
बहुत बोल
indeed.
रहे हैं यार
I called for the gag order, with Rex Lapis allowing the right of
Wait, that's right. Speaking of ends, could I say one other thing?
Of course.
Paimon's heard that anyone who sends a greeting gift gets a little something in return. So, does that include...
It's all... Well, we have...
Yay! One of the sheets on that wall. Don't look at Paimon like that. Just imagine. Let's grab one. The biggest one.
यहाँ पे कुछ अच्छी बुक्स पढ़े होंगे वो यूज़ कर सकते
Huh? Well, that was an easy search. The biggest sheet is right up there in the most obvious spot. Let's go with that one. La 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 la. Let's see. Huh? There's a place marked with a circle on here. Oh, could it be treasure? Whatever it... Sigil... that doesn't sound like... but research on the Speaking of which, there's also... Oh, well, should we not go then? Oh, so you're anyway, before we...
और यहाँ से क्या ले सकते हैं कुछ इंटरेस्टिंग मतलब बुक्स मिल जाए कुछ तो मिले और कुछ भी नहीं पढ़ा क्या यहाँ पे? बहुत ही गरीब लोग हैं यहाँ तो। अरे यार ये गलत है। यहाँ नहीं पड़ा कुछ भी। अब चलते हैं यहाँ पर। अबे यार ये लोडिंग स्क्रीन जान ले लेंगी, इतनी लंबी होती है यार ये। कम करो यार इन्हें कोई। अबे यार Let's go। अच्छा ये आ गया ना, थोड़े ये स्ट्रॉन्ग मॉन्स्टर्स है पर कोई नहीं, डरते हैं क्या?
There really were Fatui at the location written down on this piece of paper. And they look really mad at us too.
मेरे स्पेशल अब इसमें ज़्यादा स्ट्रॉन्ग हो सकता है वरना इनका बस की कुछ है।
By royal decree.
लोल बोल के था लो। इतना पड़ेगा उसको।
By royal decree.
अबे अब कौन सा आ गया? फिर बचा हुआ मैं सोचा मर गया। अब तो मर गया। अच्छा नहीं है उन लोगों को पता है पिटेंगे फिर भी आ जाते हैं मुँह उठा के।
There are so many talismans here. Paimon? But how did a maybe the being able to channel divine power and the last? Let's go.
कहाँ पे यार घुमाए जा रहे हैं, तब से घुमाए जा रहे हैं, घुमाए जा रहे हैं, घुमाए जा रहे हैं। ओहो इतने सारे इमोजी टॉक्सिक भाई, क्या ही बात है। थैंक यू भाई, थैंक यू फॉर योर सपोर्ट ब्रदर। इतना ज़्यादा ही सपोर्ट दे दिया आप लोग आपने तो।
Right on time.
Hello,
I myself only arrived
Amazon
moments
Sky,
ago.
welcome to the channel.
Did you enjoy
Please
your visit to the
subscribe
Jade
and
Chamber?
It was
Video.
so bad.
Indeed. Then you met with Ning.
She's super rich and so
यार ये ना
generous.
5-star character है bro.
Paimon thinks
बहुत
she's
cool है.
very Yeah, his take on Ningguang is quite different from Paimon's. He thinks that even the tactless Yuheng is more trustworthy.
Oh. So you also met with Kuching then? What did she have to say?
She said the time of the Adepti has long passed.
No respect for the divine. Indeed, contrary to the ever-bold Kuching, Ningguang is... Although she's friendly, there's no way of clearly discerning her true intention. Yes, she has only relied on herself to rise to her current position. No order. It's said that she's the one behind the constant expansion.
The Jade Chamber is only second. What's the most important thing to her then?
Why, Mora, of course.
All Ningguang talked about was the Fatui this and the Fatui that. She said that after Rex Lapis was murdered, the
That is how the Fatui have always... No matter what they may be planning, you
So, is there anything we need?
Yes, as a matter of fact, there is.
Glaze lilies. Well, oh, right.
No. Those lilies. Dihua Marsh used to be full of before the Ark. Of course, there are some kinds of flowers that have been preserved and gardened by people in the city. But very few people know that glaze lilies may still be found in the wild. Wild glaze lilies have the strongest fragrance. If we want to follow the true tradition of the rite of parting, we must grind up the but I'll need your assistance in gathering these flowers. No, I need you to sing to them. Singing to the flowers will make them more fragrant.
हैं? कुछ भी?
So how good is your singing? Really? Why doesn't Paimon believe you?
मैं गाने पे आ गया ना.
We'll only know once he starts
हो गया
singing.
फिर. फ्लावर ही मर जाएगा.
It's time to sing. Whenever you're ready.
Da 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 da.
ये तो
What happened? These flowers are jumping. They're really angry. Is it because you sing a song for Mondstadt that they don't understand here in Liyue?
बोलिए किसी को नहीं छोड़ेंगे.
Gloria!
गलत है लेकिन तो मर गया. Easy peasy.
Those weren't glaze lilies. Glaze lilies wouldn't hit people.
This little monster is known as a whopper flower. Strange. These petals look interesting. The glaze lilies used as a disguise were buried with the whopper flower for too long. The result seems to have surprisingly potent medicinal value. Let's collect what we can of these petals.
Well, that's nice and all.
Unfortunately, no.
That's so lame.
Excuse me. Are you searching for glaze lilies?
Oh, hey! It's... What's her face?
Hello, traveler. I'm surprised you still remember my name.
मेरे को तो पता ही नहीं है.
That reminds me. How was your visit to the Jade Chamber?
Well, it sure would have been better if you told us how to get up there.
Didn't I tell you the way? Surely I did.
Nope. We found the way on our own.
Oh, I see. Uh-oh. I guess I really did forget to tell them.
Huh. Something seems a little off about Ganyu. She's acting different from the first time we met. Where's her
मुझे तो
serious
याद ही नहीं कब
attitude
मिला था
now?
मैं उस गेम में से.
Ah, well, I met you at that time as an emissary of the Tianquan. But now, I am simply out on a stroll to see the flowers.
You came all the way out here to see the flowers? Why not just enjoy the gardens of the city?
Yujing Terrace is where Rex Lapis parted from this world. If I strolled through those lonely gardens now, I wouldn't be able to bear it. Whenever my duties take me near Yujing Terrace these days, I draw the windows to block my view of the gardens.
Oh, sorry. We shouldn't have brought it up.
No, it's quite all right. I just haven't processed my emotions yet. When the Archon War came to its end 2,000 years ago, the first iteration of the Seven would gather in Liyue and drink with Rex Lapis. But 5 of those original 7 had already passed before Rex Lapis. It's truly a changing of the guard. Yes. Now that the spirit of Rex Lapis has returned to the heavens, only Barbados of Mondstadt remains of the first 7. The other 5, including Inazuma's Raiden Shogun, are no longer the same friends from 2,000 years ago. Of the current 7 Archons, the youngest is Sumeru's god of Dendro. He is merely 500 years old, whereas Rex Lapis was more than 6,000 years old at the time of his passing. This means that Liyue had been under Rex Lapis's rule from the moment it was first founded 3,700 years ago. The city has never had to bid farewell to its deity.
So what do you think of this farewell?
Huh? This is a little sudden. As a mortal, I've never dared to imagine a Liyue without Rex Lapis. But as an Adeptus, I think I will eventually come to grips with reality. Since Rex Lapis has passed, the time of Liyue's contract with the gods and Adepti has now reached its end.
Huh? Did you just say, as an Adeptus?
Yes, I am a mix of human and Qilin. Adeptus blood flows through my veins. I fought for Rex Lapis and the city of Liyue during the Archon War. After the war ended, I signed a contract with Rex Lapis and took the position as secretary for the Qixing. Well, let's save that conversation for another day. You say that you are here looking for glaze lily? I also know where wild glaze lilies can be found. See, I've just picked one myself. Here, you may have it if you wish.
We dare not refuse it.
Oh, so did you sing a song before you picked the lily?
Indeed, I did. I know this tradition well. In fact, I sang a local Liyue ballad to it.
Wow, so you really know your stuff, too. Thanks, Gunyu.
No, it is you who I should be thanking. If not for this chance meeting, I never thought that I would be able to contribute to the upcoming farewell for our ancient lord. If you would excuse me, I should return to my work now. Good luck.
And that just about does it. Our preparations for the rite of parting are mostly finished. Given the ease of picking glaze lilies, I think this was a fitting end to our tasks, in more ways than one.
Yeah, Paimon can already imagine him starting a business in Liyue.
I've had enough ventures in my life already. Beginning a new undertaking is always difficult at first, and requires no small amount of effort. And once business is at full steam, the stress of it all only wears away at you over time. So you must be careful to take the time to step back and re-examine yourself. If left unchecked, the wear and tear on your heart may go well past mending.
Wow. See? Xiangli sounds like
मुझे
he's already
कुछ
seen
भी
it all.
समझ नहीं आया क्या चल रहा है यहाँ पे।
Alright, I think it's
Bug,
about
bug,
time we
bug.
head back.
बहुत बोलते हैं यार ये लोग, पॉइंट टू पॉइंट बोले फ्लावर चाहिए, ठीक है, बात खत्म। नहीं, बकवास करनी जरूरी है। और एक तो ये टेलीपोर्टेशन टाइम, हाय, हद से ज़्यादा है भाई, हद से ज़्यादा, हद से ज़्यादा। से है तो बढ़िया, ग्राफिक्स हो गए, हर चीज़ हो गई बढ़िया है काफ़ी। तभी मैं खेल रहा हूँ वैसे तो बढ़िया है तो हाँ
Ah, you're the consultant to Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Mr. Zhongli, I presume. The Millilith are watching our every move now. These are desperate times. We mustn't act rashly.
Desperate times?
The Adepti of Joyun Karst are finally on the move.
Do they intend to exercise force?
Most likely. I've heard that some members of the Qixing have already gone to meet them. Well, I say meet, but it's more like they're attempting to stall the Adepti outside the city. However, both sides were quite obstinate and hit an impasse.
It seems inevitable, given the current situation.
The Adepti do not acknowledge the Qixing. They only acknowledge the contracts of the Geo Archon. If the two sides come to blows, Liyue Harbor will be in no position to stop them.
Surely the Liyue Qixing are not the sort to give in so easily.
Their boneheadedness is known throughout the lands. Yet it's because of that obstinacy that mortals and Adepti are now on the verge of conflict.
And what now? How is it that the Fatui have come under fire?
That's all Ningguang's doing. She proclaimed that in these tumultuous times, the Millilith must rein in the actions of the Fatui. Only now do they want to start keeping tabs on us? That's the Qixing for you. Anyway, Mr. Zhongli, you're one of Child's close associates. Please understand that your actions will reflect on us.
ये child
Don't
भी
let
बहुत
anyone
OP
catch you off
character है
guard.
बहुत ज़्यादा
It
OP
looks like
character
things are about to boil over in Liyue.
Do you intend to use your neutral identity as an intermediary between both sides? Or will you use your sword to turn the balance? Neither path is an easy one.
Oh, by the way, Mr. Zhongli, we've heard that the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor has also been caught up in all of this. They're currently squaring off with the authorities at the gates.
Things are taking a turn for the worse. I'm afraid I must leave now to handle things back at Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. I hope that Master Hu has been able to consider your next course of action.
So what does Zhongli mean by... Oh, Paimon gets... He must be waiting. But where could we find... Where
बहुत
would
भूल
he go
गया
at a time
मैं
like
ठीक
this?
है चलो कहाँ चलना है कितने चलना है यहाँ चलना है ओके काफ़ी इधर से उधर मूव करना पड़ता है इसमें यार जो भी बोलो ओके चलो डंजन है ऐसी तैसी कर देंगे इसमें
Wow! This is the Golden House? It looked impressive enough from the outside, but who would have guessed that it was even fancier on
भाई साहब
the
इतना
inside?
पैसा हो
And
बेटे
so
की
full of Mora. This is where all of Tibet's Mora is minted, right? In that case, maybe they won't notice if a few Mora go missing. Oh, so it's a trap! Tricky, tricky. Good thing Paimon's got you here. But even if we can't take any, we can still have a closer look, right? Or better yet, take a nap on top of a mountain of Mora. It's like a dream come true. Oh, right. Back to business. It's quiet. Too quiet. Surely someone's gotta be guarding something as important as the Exuvia. Huh? Look! What happened here? Uh-oh. Paimon, quick! We have to go make sure that the Exuvia is all right.
क्या कुछ आता है?
You've already fulfilled your task as guides, so why do you still linger here? Haven't you already seen enough trouble for today?
Huh? Who's there?
If you were Fatui, I imagine that you would be entitled to a generous reward from the Tsaritsa herself. But now, you're nothing but dross, and you're in my way. Where should I start? Well, I've never been one to beat around the bush, you know. But who could have possibly guessed that the god of Geo would mysteriously perish the very moment I arrived in Liyue, and that the Exuvia would subsequently be hidden away? If it weren't for that lovely little rite of parting ceremony you put together, it would have taken me a whole lot longer to get the information I needed. Stopping the Mora Mints, hiding away the Exuvia. The Chising are really pulling out all the stops this time.
So you've been planning to take the Gnosis from inside the Exuvia all along?
As one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers, it's my duty to see the will of the Tsaritsa fulfilled. She will get that which she desires. I'm not asking for your blessing, and there's nothing you can do to stop me anyway. The time for discussion and diploma, either way. We know the battle.
Battle?
Instead of confronting you when she faces a... But as for me...
We won't let what happened...
Oh, so besides, you could never defeat me. Not even in your wildest dreams. But hey, try to relish the... Fighting talk, I love it! Now let's see you live up. This chance is hard to come by, so show me all you've got. So very few ever get a chance to square off with a Fatui Harbinger. So come now, amuse me, and don't you dare disappoint.
तो जो भी बोलो बहुत तगड़ा है मेरी हेल्थ की ऐसी तैसी मार दी पर हाँ बाप है इस गेम क्या
Guess I should take you more seriously. Good. No wonder Senora was so wary of you. Well, that just means I can go all out. Brace yourself. This is about to get tough. Now, show me what you can do against the might of a Harbinger.
Wings of darkness! Come, sever
No use hiding back there.
ठीक है अबे कैसी तैसी
Not bad. Your swordsmanship is quite impressive. But that's about as far as you'll get.
Okay.
Didn't think you had that card hidden up your sleeve.
You were just playing as you get close to the Exuvia!
Oh, quiet down. Stop acting like some wide-eyed recruit. You've seen this world. You of all people should know. This should have been expected. Well then, I'll be taking Morax's Gnosis now. I see. Well, this is most unexpected. You beat me to it, didn't you?
ये वाटर इलेक्ट्रिक दोनों है और ये क्या हो गया भाई, ज़्यादा ही तगड़ा हो गया तो। भाई इसको कैसे पीटेंगे?
This is going to cost you! You got to the noses ahead of me, didn't you? Did you simply move faster?
एक सेकंड थोड़ा हील कर लूँ भाई साहब, तैसी तैसी मार रहा। कुछ ले लेते हैं। वो बेटे की साउंड इफेक्ट तगड़ा है, जो भी वो।
Or did you leak the information regarding the bounty on Marcus? No matter. Anyone else is over now. Don't make me take it for granted.
Take it? Let's dance!
ये कैरेक्टर तो चाहिए भाई साहब, बहुत तगड़ा कैरेक्टर है तो। ओ भाई वापस हील करने दो, तो सबको पीटे जा रहा है।
Die here.
Let the show begin!
डरते हैं क्या? ये ले, मर गया।
Look! Child's back to normal again!
Well then, time to cool off. It seems the burden of the foul legacy transformation was too great for my body. I lacked the opportunity to think this through. And now that I consider the matter more carefully, you never had any chance of beating me to the Gnosis. You had no connection to the Gnosis, no matter where it had been taken.
That's what we've been trying to tell you! We didn't take it!
Your show of ability today far surpasses that of Signora's initial assessment of you in Mondstadt. Tell me, how could that be? You already know the answer, don't you? I can see it in your eyes. But if that is a secret you wish to keep, I guess I'll just have to curb my curiosity. This battle has already left me satisfied. Anyone who strives as I do to grow stronger shall be called a friend, even if our friendship can only be shown in battle against one another.
Pretty sure that's not the normal way to make friends.
Unfortunately, I must bring this amiable conversation to an end. My quest still beckons. Given that the Gnosis wasn't taken by anyone, then we must look once again to the beginning. Perhaps it was never in the Exuvia to begin with. In fact, it might be that the Exuvia was just a diversion of sorts.
What? So you mean that...
Yes, it appears so. Interesting to say the least. It seems that the guardian deity of the capital of commerce is also well versed in little maneuvers beyond the boundaries of contracts. As such, we must now look to our backup plan.
backup plan?
I had hoped it would never come to this. I absolutely detest working with those who are weaker than I. The truth is, the world belongs to those of us who desire to become strong. Unfortunately,
So what are you planning to do?
I will awaken the god that lies dormant beneath Guyon's stone forest.
A god?
Osile, overlord of the vortex. If such an ancient god were to be unleashed upon Liyue Harbor, defenseless without the protection of its deity, do you think the cunning Rex Lapis would just stand aloof and watch the ensuing destruction?
But the Archon War ended 2,000 years ago.
Simple. I've already prepared the means to awaken it.
Hey, those are sigils of permission. Oh, Paimon remembers now. The Fatui have been researching them.
Indeed. The one that was given to you was just a byproduct of our research. With the power of so many, using the powers of it, but knowing that such an action will not only force the Geo Archon to show its hand, but you as well. That makes matters a little more intriguing. Let's see. Will the nation that has lost its deity be swallowed up by an ancient malice once more? If you wish to drown together with the people of Liyue, you're free to stay and enjoy the show.
Huh? He's already gone. That guy is fast. What's going on? Paimon's exhausted. If we hadn't happened to see the Jade Chamber flying over just as we came out of the Golden... Did we make it in time?
What are you doing here?
Huh? Hold on. It's the Adepti. What are you doing on the Jade Chamber? Paimon thought you were arguing with the Chising.
Faced with a calamity of such magnitude, we have agreed to put our differences aside for now.
Oh, Paimon gets it. So how do you plan to defend Liyue? Just seeing this Overlord of the Vortex guy puts a pit in Paimon's tummy, even from all the way out here.
It's not just you. We've got new Millilith recruits who can't even stand at attention without shaking. The force of an... Which is why we must stop that monster before it gets any closer to Liyue Harbor.
So the Archon War was fought 2,000 years ago against enemies like that thing? Now that... So will the power of the Chising, Millilith, and Adepti gathered here be enough to stop that god?
We've already discussed this together, and our conclusion is... not necessarily.
What? But all of you are supposed to be the Guardians of Liyue. Can't you think of something?
One certainly could.
Huh?
The Chising did once research the matter of the Guizhong Ballista when it piqued their fancy. And as fate would have it, one who did craft the Guizhong Ballista with one's own hands is here. For what could you mortals ever learn of Adepti mechanisms? Yet, it would take one, but a little tinkering to turn this ballista into an engine of war beyond your wildest thoughts.
I suppose this is one blessing from the Adepti that we should be thankful for. So be it. We shall use the upgraded Guizhong Ballista to fight off that god. All the Adepti here can lend their strength to man it. We haven't a moment to spare. Our battle begins now. Yep.
The Fatui! They're attacking the Glacial Ballista!
The 3 Adepti are manning the Guizhong Ballista. Do not let the Fatui disturb their work.
All able Millilith, with me!
Let's go up too!
We Adepti have not faced a god in several millennia. Let one see what you're made of then. What strength remains within you? What wishes to witness?
What's the hurry? What's the hurry?
Let's move. Cool it.
Shadow Raven, let night fall!
Detoxify each cuffs. Low.
Dodge this.
Looks like I went too far.
That is Osial's divine power. I am very familiar with it. Be careful not to get hit.
The Fatui! Their attacks are unrelenting!
Snezhnai's diplomats will answer for this afterward. Every last one.
Retribution!
In this quickly.
Ready, steady, go! The ancient god's attacking again! There are so many Fatui too! We can't look!
There can be no excuse.
Shit.
About to say we can't hold them, children. Don't lose heart. Here, take this.
Gentle energy! That light from your body, it's like the time in Julian Karst! Wow! It's Madam Pig's shockwave! This granny's really strong!
It's time for
On the field myself!
Looks like I went too far.
Shit, ऐसे तो मर जाऊंगा.
With the blood of the Chilean, I guard you against evil. Cast your fear of injury by the wayside and fight with all your might. I too did this during the Archon War.
So this is what Ganya's like in a fight!
My name means swiftness. Take my power and run as I do.
We're going to...
करना पड़ेगा।
Perhaps you can withstand 3 forms of adeptal energy at once.
This will hurt a little. Please bear with us.
Once you've adapted, try to use them in battle.
Exercise caution. I fear that the god's power has reached its peak.
In other words, if we hold here, there's nothing worse to come, right?
Looks like I went too far.
Blink!
The Fatui's numbers are thinning!
Fight on, comrades! Once we finish this run off, the Adepti will be able to deal with the god in peace!
The interlopers are no more. Now we may commit ourselves fully.
It's working! We just need to keep this up!
Be careful now.
The Guizhong Ballista is destroyed. Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
I have another idea.
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
What is the meaning of this?
I understand.
Traveler, lend me a hand. Farewell, old friend. Goodbye for now. Let us meet again in the future.
We should really bring them.
ओ भाई साहब, क्या फाइट थी, क्या स्टोरी लाइन है भाई साहब, मज़ा ही आ गया। एक्सपेक्ट ही नहीं किया था इतनी ज़्यादा अच्छी स्टोरी लाइन, इतनी ज़्यादा अच्छी, बहुत ही ज़्यादा अच्छी। देखते हैं आगे क्या होता है।
Is it finally over?
The ominous aura of that monster has indeed begun to fade. The effects of the Sigil of Permission last but a short time. It will be some time before the Overlord of the Vortex can make any waves again.
We are indebted to you for your assistance. If the Adepti hadn't happened to be here, the future of Liyue Harbor would surely have been in great jeopardy.
Save your flattery. We didn't just happen to be here. Surely you won't pretend to have forgotten the reason for which we came.
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud Retainer. I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already started setting aside part of her then limited income in preparation for building the Jade Chamber. At first, it was only the size of a small room, but with continued expansion, it has become the palace that lies before you now. It is a testament to Ningguang's entire life, both as a businesswoman and as the backbone of the Liyue Qixing. Seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed in the defense of Liyue means much to her. To me, such cooperation and sacrifice deserves at least some recognition, don't you agree?
Well, I was really hoping you would say that such sacrifice could at least be used as some leverage in our negotiations. Thank you all for hearing me out. We know very well why the Adepti came here today. But please forgive us. We cannot yield to your wishes.
Oh?
3,700 years. According to our records, the Adepti signed a contract with Rex Lapis to protect Liyue 3,700 years ago. Even to this very day, Liyue and its lands have stood the test of time, immovable as stone, just as it was thousands of years before. This is truly no small feat. But that does not mean that the Liyue of today is the same city as it was all those years ago. Do not merely cast your protective gaze upon the land. Instead, focus your sights on our city and each of the citizens that dwell within it.
Are you questioning our means of protecting Liyue?
I mean no offense. I simply hope that our Adepti forebears would see Liyue in a new light.
Forebearers, you say? One doubts you would be fit to be part of such a lineage.
This morning, Rex Lapis appeared to me in a dream.
What?
In the dream, I yearned to tell him that we Qixing, though mortal, are equally bound to the contract. Each passing generation of the Qixing leaves many things of value to be inherited by the next generation. I also thought to tell him how the past generations of Qixing had strove under his rule to survive in our mortal world, establishing a network of contracts which has since come to be known as trade. But I dared not speak. I could only gaze at him in silence until the moment I awoke.
Oh, Ningguang.
Yet another perspective. What are you trying to say, Outlander?
Right! That's something that happened in Mondstadt. It's a story about the Four Winds and the people of the Animal Archon. The Animal Archon sought to quell the strife between the two sides, because
Each of the 7 nations has its own scars from the past.
Though your point is the very height of simplicity. As Adepti, we've become a laughingstock,
to be chastised thus by an outlander who has lent us such succor.
All right, all right. Didn't Ningguang suggest that we should focus on the city and each of its citizens? I know I already have, so why not see for yourselves?
I apologize for appearing in full armor. I am afraid I cannot show the proper courtesies.
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the Millelith. I have come to extend my thanks to the Adepti. I thought this battle would perhaps be my last. But thanks to the aid of the... Although I am a mere mortal soldier, I promise to hold the line...
Huh? Why does everyone look so down? Didn't we just beat that big monster?
Weren't you frightened, dear?
I wasn't afraid. All the strong Millelith guards were there, and those powerful heroes with their When danger is near, everyone always protects me. And the rest of the time, they make thanks for protecting Liyue Harbor. Please, come visit us for the next lantern rite!
Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to participate.
Huh?
Because we are Adepti.
Oh, okay. It must be hard being an Adeptus. Oh.
You see, this is what Liyue is like today. The country of contracts is grateful to the Adepti for their protection. But it is no longer necessary for the city to rely on the Adepti's power to solve every little niggling matter. Although their blood is weak, there is still strength to be found in those we call mortals. The time of contracts between gods and Liyue has long since passed. Now is the time of contracts between Liyue and its people.
Seeing the port around us now, it is hard not to feel a bit out of place. Wouldn't you say so, Cloud Retainer?
Your line of inquiry is askew. One did not spearhead this expedition to Liyue Harbor.
Seems like the Adepti have had a...
Let us return now.
Eager to leave, Conqueror of Demons. Yes, one understands what the Conqueror of Demons means. The city of Liyue has changed much after our long separation. One fears that by the time one finally grasps the new contracts of Liyue, you humans would have once again changed the place beyond recognition. Fair enough. Away we shall, and return whence we came.
Since we Adepti have consensus, then one shall persist no further. But how will we ensure that the Liyue Qixing will not simply exploit their power once we depart? In my view, that is still a thing to be guarded against.
All right, Mooncarver, you needn't worry. It seems to me that this right of supervision is best left to the people of Liyue.
Looks like the conflict between... Oh, right! Child wanted to unleash the god so he could lure Rex Lapis out. But we were able to handle the Overlord of the Vortex on our own. So Rex Lapis never showed up. Oh, and speaking of that, don't we still need to get to the bottom of that Archon's death, too? Hyman doesn't get it. But isn't the strongest lead we have the Adepti-less right of...
Oh, भाई साहब, इतनी intense storyline.
Party
क्या ही
that we're
बात है.
organizing? No idea where Zhongli's gone. Let's ask for him at Wangshen Funeral Parlor.
Is there anything I can do?
We've come to see Zhongli? Unfortunately, Zhongli doesn't the Northland. Last time we saw Zhong, do you think he doesn't know? We had better go and.
The fate of the Guhua Brotherhood was sealed.
अबे यार ये हमेशा क्या ये loading screens.
You call this cooperation between harbingers? Cooperation involves communication, you know.
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides, aren't you happy that you got to skip the formalities and bring chaos to the land? I'm sure you must have enjoyed that. Oh, it seems that some of your friends have arrived.
Hey, it's Zhongli and Child. And you! You're also one of the Harbingers?
It's you two. I believe we've met once before. In the city of Bards, was it? I'm glad you still remember my name. Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard to forget watching helplessly as something precious was snatched away from your friend.
No, don't let her get to you! You've yet to gather the powers of all 7 elements, and our last battle at the Golden House was almost more than you could handle. So it might be best to keep things peaceful this time, seeing that 2 of the Harbingers are here.
Well, if it isn't you two. This is our first time seeing each other since Liyue was nearly wiped off the map. This is certainly a bit awkward, wouldn't you say?
Paimon knew that we should never have trusted a Fatui Harbinger.
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have misled you, but I never had anything against you personally. Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together, didn't you? Except for that little tussle we had at the end. Nothing personal. We just have different views, that's all. Of course, you may very well hold this against me, but that's up to you. The real deceivers here are Senora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on. So actually, I think...
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be plenty of time to chat once I'm through here. You remember the agreement, Morax.
What in the world are you talking about?
The contract is fulfilled. That which thou seeketh is now bestowed unto thee. For my promise is solid as stone.
How sanctimonious.
What? So you're the Lord of Chio? No, wait! That's an exciting twist and all, but why give the Gnosis to the Fatui?
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract. For it is a matter solely between the Tsaritsa and I.
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake death thing? Everyone was preparing the ceremony for you, and splat! This big drip...
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes, and then stirring them together in a pot that was bound to boil.
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best that I explain. As you know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years. I witnessed the founding of Liyue, together with the Adepti 3,700 years ago. Even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erode with the passing of time. Until one drizzly day, As I was strolling along the harbor, I heard a merchant tell one of his workers, "You finished your duties. Go ahead and call it a day." I stood motionless among the crowds, asking myself, have I already finished my duties?
Oh, Zhongli.
But as I began to consider relinquishing my divine role, I soon discovered that many reasons still remained to not hastily depart. Was Liyue, the city I had dwelt in for so long, already prepared to enter its next age? I decided that a test was needed in order to reveal the answer, so I feigned my own death and gathered the cast of Child, the Adepti, and the Liyue Qixing to play their roles together on the stage that was Liyue. Indeed I was. The gnosis which I had kept for so many years suddenly seemed to have lost its meaning. That's right. Which is why I continued to safeguard the gnosis until now.
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return, you would simply appear and use your divine powers to bring Liyue back under control?
Of course. And it would have been all too easy for him, too. Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has Liyue matured when faced with the death of its deity.
I was pleasantly surprised with the finale of the show that you all put on. Why, you even deserved an encore. The Adepti deserve the greatest applause, considering their years of seclusion. They hardly recognized the city, yet faced with such a crisis, they exerted the greatest amount of restraint. And hats off to the emissary dispatched by the Cryo-Archon to fulfill our contract, Signora. She managed to keep everything she knew in strict confidence. All the while, I carried on as Zhongli, and fulfilled the traditions of Liyue in this mortal form. These things were all a part of my script. I had expected them to do no more than the Adepti. They seized the opportunity to...
Huh? That doesn't sound good at all.
On the contrary, I think it is excellent. I had always feared that it was too soon for them to take over from me. And it was also that which I longed for the most. As such, this is the best parting gift anyone could have given this god of old.
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least...
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played no small part in all of... If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortals, Adepti, and...
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like... Be that as it may.
Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for such idle chatter. We should return to Zapoljarny Palace and seek an audience with Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa.
Ah, fine. I'll meet you there later. I'm not sharing a boat with the likes of you.
Do as you wish.
Now then, is there anything else you wish to ask me?
Right! As Zhongli always told us, a good trade is a fair trade. Paimon has no idea what could be a good trade for a Gnosis.
Realistically speaking, there is no such thing.
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands of my agreement with the Cryo. As for the bargaining chip, uncover that answer for you. One of the...
अबे यार काफी ज्यादा खिंच रही है ये स्टोरी कैसे चलेगा?
Today's the day of the rite of parting. Although the star of the show is fake, we spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now.
Well, since we're going through with this rite of parting, I guess it means that those rumors hit the nail on the head.
So Rex
Oh, there's only one real possibility.
Fatui.
Shh, lower...
You know that god from the ocean couldn't have just shown up out of nowhere. I mean, it's been 2,000...
Yes.
Say.
Now that... I mean, it all fits. Still, what's...
Ah, forget it.
Hear ye all, the Chi-Sing's words. Though a dragon's gods and adept rumors, and having been thwarted in, nor are they to believe street-born rumors or indulge in baseless speculation.
So that something feels off. Could the Chi-Sing... Did Zhang... Exactly, right? Look, it's Ningguang.
As said previous,
3,000.
we the people of long... Now that we have... Will you stand...
So concludes the... Does Her Eminence the U...
Huh?
Traveler.
Yikes! She really is looking...
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the ancient god?
So young. The Liyue Qixing always repay their debts. And as you have heard, our eyes see far and our reach is long. Name your price. You deserve that.
Whoa...
Well, could you help me put up some missing person posters?
But it's... well...
Perhaps...
As for...
Hey, Zhongli! Look at this! And here you are looking...
Right.
Ha!
You're right. I do lack... As the Rex when I was journeying...
Oh, no, but since you weren't...
Well, we were only in the city of commerce, the Archon Mor... I will treasure the memories that I made as Zhang. That is true.
Paimon?
I fear that continuing your journey may be... Yes, the Electro Archon...
Paimon?
That is the case. And since...
That said, Zhongli, since you're Rex Lapis, shouldn't you know something about what's happening?
It's because of visions.
Visions?
When faced with circumstances beyond their control, humans often bemoan their lack of power. But if a person shows true strength of will at a desperate and fateful moment in their life, the gods will look upon them with favor. This is what visions are. Magical foci bestowed upon those who have been acknowledged by the gods.
Uh-huh. That's how people in Teyvat see it.
But starting from last year, the Raiden Shogun began promulgating the Vision Hunt Decree.
Vision Hunt Decree?
Yes. It was an order to seize all visions within Inazuma's borders, and to inlay them upon the hands of a statue of the thousand-armed, hundred-eyed god.
They want to seize visions. But why? Aren't visions blessings from the gods?
I should think that in the Raiden Shogun's eyes, it is precisely because they are divine blessings that they should be under the sole dominion of divinity.
Whoa!
The Animo Archon is the god of freedom, and the Geo Archon is the god of contracts. For her part, the fact that even I, knowing her, 7 ideals for 7 gods, and of these each... All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
Yeah, about that. Before the cheese...
These are indeed... I've heard that Ningguang is... All right then.
Yeah, about...
These are indeed... I've heard that Ningguang is... All right then. Was... That said, I hinted as much to... How did I accomplish... All right then. Was there anything... Well then...
अबे खत्म हो गई बस यही तो बची हुई है शिट ये क्या है ओके सो हम बाउंड्रीज कर सकते हैं ओके 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 3 डेज में रिफ्रेश होगा अब बस लास्ट बचा है ऑलमोस्ट सारी चीज़ें हो जाएंगी अच्छा क्या है? ये भी देख लेता हूँ, फिर वहाँ चलेंगे।
Add astro. Going for it. नॉर्मल टास्क है, डेली टास्क सारे ये सही चीज़ करती है, बढ़िया रहेगा। डिस्ट्रक्टिव नहीं अच्छा 3 days में होती रहेगी। क्या बनने वाला है?
Retribution!
By royal
चलना अब तो ऑलमोस्ट सब कुछ ही कर लिया इस गेम में, बस एक तो क्वेस्ट बची है, फिर वापस बैक टू ज़ीरो सब कुछ हो जाएगा, फिर नेक्स्ट अपडेट का वेट करना पड़ेगा और तब तक प्लेयर्स असेंड करो, कुछ करो। काफ़ी बढ़िया आ गया जो भी है। बस ये दो चीज़ें बची हुई हैं। ये वाला भी हो गया टास्क। और लास्ट बस है ना। हाँ ओके।
Be on your guard, traveler.
Oh, why's that?
Yes. As unusual as this may sound, numerous eyewitness reports have confirmed an active Ruin Guard presence and Sergeant sent someone to find out just where these ancient machines might have come from.
So did...
As I say, moreover, the ruin in question is of the especially spooky variety. As such, we are not permitted to investigate until the order comes through from headquarters. In any case, the only sensible strategy in the meantime is...
That's a good point. Ruin guards are probably pretty dangerous for regular folk.
Wow. I'm very grateful indeed for the...
Oh, don't worry about that. This one beats up ruin guards for breakfast.
Is that... well, if you're... I did see some Ruin Guard footprints on the hillside. But since then I've been too busy...
Footprints, eh?
While the mill...
इससे ज़्यादा एक
This
क्यों ज़्यादा
footprint
बढ़िया
is
होगा।
huge! It has to be the one that guy was talking about. One. Yep. Seems the Ruin Guards did come out for a walk after all. The trail of Ruin Guard footprints leads us here to... Ah! A Ruin Guard! Over there!
Let's go.
Let the show begin! By royal decree!
What's the hurry?
Retribution!
As you wish, mein Fräulein.
Retribution. Yeah.
Well, that's one day. Let's keep looking around. Oh, protect us! Hey, you! Check this out! Isn't it awesome? What is he wearing? I've never seen one this close before. Have you ever seen one? Excuse me. His name is Mr. Cyclops, actually. What sort of dumb name is Ruin Guard? Mr. Cyclops? Aw, that's cute. Do people seriously call them that?
Yep, my brother said so. And he's the best toy seller in the whole world. Right now, he's at the Institute for Toy Research in Liyue. That's where Mr. Cyclops has come from. It's always nice to meet someone else who likes toys. So
yeah,
Greetings.
Have you found anything? Oh. A child?
we just, you know...
You shouldn't be out here, boy. There are killing machines in the area.
Killing machines? You mean ones that look like this?
Precisely. And...
You take that back! Mr. Cyclops is not... We shouldn't be talking to this guy. If he's saying mean things about Mr. Cyclops, he's
I'm just trying to help.
Well then, why don't you get back to your normal job and leave...
It seems I have no other choice. Very well. I will continue with my patrol. Please escort the child to somewhere safe. It's much too dangerous here.
My name's Tusser. I came all the way from Snezhnaya to look for my
You came all the way...
Oh, I think this is the part where I give you this. There you go.
What is it? Looks heavy. What the...
My brother said I should take it with me.
Your brother makes a good point. Your family must be super rich.
Yay! Thanks, nice guy. All right. Now, you make a pinky promise. You keep it all your life. You break a pinky promise, I throw you on the ice. The cold will kill the pinky that once betrayed your friend. The frost will freeze your tongue off, so...
Wow. That wouldn't... Well, if we weren't your babysitters before, we sure as heck are now. But where should we look for your brother? Snezhnaya? Oh, how about the Northland Bank?
Oh, right! Finally...
Let's go to the bank. सही बात है बहुत सारी गोल्ड क्वेस्ट शुरू हो गए अब तो लेवल अप तो इजी हो जाएगा ये तो बढ़िया है
Join the Adventurers Guild. You'll have a blast.
इनको गोल्ड क्वेस्ट यहाँ से एक्सेप्ट कर लेते हैं बाद में करेंगे ये पता नहीं फिर मिले या ना मिले
We have some new items in.
Where has Master gone this time?
अच्छा फंस गया क्या
Jewelry's out of stock, but we have some.
अबे ये चीज़ें नहीं पसंद
That seems a little inappropriate, don't you think, sir?
Relax. Once in a while can't hurt. It'll be fine.
Huh? What is he doing here? Yay, my brother!
I know that voice. Why, if it isn't my little brother, Tooser! What a nice surprise, Tooser. How are the others? Sister Tonia?
They miss you a lot. Tonia prays for you every—
Wait a second. What are you doing here in Liyue, Tooser?
Well, what happened was, and then when I got off, I just kept walking and walking. Mr. Cyclops scared off a bad guy, and then I found this nice guy to help me come look for you. And also, Tooser cool. Suddenly Paimon doesn't feel—
Tooser, what you did was extremely dangerous. I'm so—
Okay, I promise.
I'm not mad at you. If you hadn't met these nice people, things could have been a lot more
Yep, I always— Oh, so you did notice—
Forgive me, it's always family first where I'm from. I know we've had our differences up to now, but a few minor quibbles aside, we get on quite well, don't you think? Come on, you know I'm just a pawn in all that, just doing my part. As for who wins, who loses, and I'm much more interested in—
Sounds like—
You're forgetting something about me. I, Tartaglia, spend every second getting stronger. Don't expect to have it quite so easy next time.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
Maybe not right now. Not while—
Why do you want to fight the nice lady?
No, not at all. Allow me to formally express my sincerest gratitude for taking care of my darling brother.
So anyway, Tooser said something about you being a toy seller.
Yes, about that. Shh, look. I only told him that so that he'll look up to me. In the eyes of a child, working with toys must be the best job imaginable. I don't want my family to have— The older ones already know that I serve this— As I was saying, I remain Snezhnaya's greatest—
That's right! My brother—
Just humor me in front of Tooser, if you would be so— yes, Ekaterina. I will deal with the issue of that outstanding—
Hey, Slinky!
But Master Child, would it not be a little improper to ask you to deal with deck collection?
A bet is a bet, isn't it?
Are you going off to—
That's right.
Sure! I really like this guy. And it—
Well, it sounds like Tooser really likes you, and that you've already made a pinky promise to take good care of him anyway. Then I'm in your debt. Here, take this as Tooser. If need be, you may find me by the river.
Finally, Adventure Act 44.
Looks like we'll be hanging out with Child's kid brother for a while. So, where are we going to play first? How about we start with the toy store? Huh? They're called kites.
Hello there, dear. You look like you've come a very...
That's right. How do you play with these kite things?
When the wind picks up, you let out the string and whoosh, the kite will fly.
Wow, that's amazing. Do you have any Mr. Cyclops ones?
Mr. Cyclops.
I want to fly Mr. Cyclops high into the sky.
Well, I can do custom builds.
Will this picture do? I drew it myself.
I'll manage.
We should be fine. Child, but then again, throwing money around willy-nilly is, you know... Well, so, yes, technically either way, it's time to talk prices.
Fine, fine. I've neither the time nor energy to bargain with you at my age.
Thanks.
Worry not.
For our next stop, why don't we head to One Man Restaurant? It would be a mighty crying shame to come all the way to Liyue and never try the food.
Hello, welcome.
This restaurant has a really
A choking smell? Oh, you must...
spicy chili, but
Oh, what a pity. A person who can't eat...
Is it really that bad? My meals have to have lots and lots of sugar. Wow, we've got a real... Looks like Wanman Restaurant's dishes aren't to Tooser's taste.
Will that be all?
What do you...
Giving the people what they want. If I thought for 1 second that I couldn't make a dish...
Whoa, there seems to be... Then we'll leave it to you. Sure.
But let me say this first. Special requests are... Of course, we aren't going to demand price.
Is it just Paimon? Or our... Still... Surely there must be a little room for...
Ah, you folks. Please sit wherever you like.
Ugh. I thought it was... But this doesn't feel right somehow. Whatever. So where do you want to go next? I was so caught up looking for my brother when I... Good idea! The hustle and bustle...
और कितनी बची है यार ये काफी ज़्यादा वैसे लास्ट है तो एक दो और जगह घूमना पड़ेगा मैक्सिमम फिर हो जाएगा
Are the waves here all... given Liyue's club, Paimon is kind of the traveler's... This place is Liyue's Other than merchant vessels, many fishing boats and industrial transports dock here to replenish their, fishery supplies and daily necessities, which, thanks to the... yeah... Paimon, well, guess Paimon will just have to explain. All the nations float their boats over the sea into the... Then, Liyue Harbor rubs its big round belly in satisfaction because it's all... Hey, what's that big metal hook over there? I want to see. Wait, Tooser, don't run up... after all that, you... That metal hook is huge! And against... This is an anchor. Docked ship... An anchor. Got it. But I think I might get it mixed up with Commodore... Commodore Hook? Is it... My brother always sends me a really big Commodore Hook, Black Steel Jack, Iron Tony. We keep them all in our backyard. Yeah, and that's why I can't bring them with me all the time. It's a shame. Wow! Using Fatui, but suddenly it doesn't seem so strange that... But my favorite has to be Mr. Cyclops. Even... Oh, are they selling fish over there? Let's have a look. Hey! Quit running up! Is this where they sell fish? Wow.
Hey, whose fish are you calling small?
He's just a curious kid. That said, these fish are actually pretty big. Maybe 200 times your size? They're a leg. I told my brother about it, and a few days later, he returned with the human... Are you sure that was a fish? Paimon thinks it sounds more like some sort of leviathan. Hey, Tooser. Are you tired? I miss my brother. What? But we were just— Yeah, but for such a short time that it doesn't count. Take me to see my brother. Yep, well, we've played with Tooser long enough, haven't we? Child said that he'd be by the river. Yay!
Let's go and complete this task ASAP.
Found him! Wait, he's talking to the treasure hoarders?
You know what I'm here for, I trust.
Oh, you got lip. Making us skip. If you want to join up, let me just say this first. Dandy kid like—
Uh-huh. What a commendable imagination. Well, in the Tsaritsa's name, I suppose I should forgive you country bumpkins for your ignorance. For I am—
Brother! You're selling them toys, aren't you, brother? That's so cool. I've always—
well, why, yes, of course. For the greatest toy salesman in Snezhnaya.
So cool.
Huh? You playing games, pretty boy?
So, will you buy or not? The toys that Snezhnaya produced 3 months ago will run you, yes, 600,000
toys. And
wow, is that what it's gonna?
Look at that, spreading joy and laughter to everyone. That's what toy selling.
I'll say it again. Toys from Snezhnaya, 3 months prior, 600,000 mora.
Yeah, no. Sorry, sales boy. Or were you always cruising for a bruising?
All right then. I'll make things a little easier for you. I'll join the treasure hoarders. Perhaps you'll be more willing to pay when we're brothers in arms?
Would you listen to yourself? You think we just let any old person into the treasure?
Well then, why don't you put me to the test?
Looks like you're not gonna pack it up until someone packs you in. Truth be told, we've set up a shop here because there's a fine little loot cave nearby. But if you think you're up to snuff, why don't you have a crack at it on our behalf?
come on, if we can—
An initiation test, eh? Interesting. It's been a while.
The loot's on the opposite cliff.
Huh, no problem. Well, I have the goods. Here you go. So how'd I do?
Brother, what do we do?
Please, hold on a moment, sir. He ain't here for an initiation. He just wanted...
Honestly, we'd be no match for him if he wanted to fight.
Guys, we're being robbed?
I don't know. Surely, he wouldn't have come here all dressed up like that if he was only after us. Unless... maybe he...
Makes sense. Owing money is pretty embarrassing.
This guy isn't one to mess with, I tell you. He's a professional.
So, Mr. Salesman...
Oh? I didn't pass? I must...
No, it's not that. But we fully understand the situation with the...
I see. Well then, it's been a pleasure doing business.
Yes.
That's my brother for you. Toy sellers are...
Ah, Master Child, you're here. A new batch of fresh recruits have just...
Hey now, keep your voice down.
Clients? Well, anyway, the Motherland is dispatched to new...
Do I have to?
I must apologize for troubling you, Master Child, but every new batch of recruits must be baptized by the Tsaritsa's will. At present, Master Child, you are the only harbinger in...
Well, all right then, I'll go.
Do you have to keep...
Yes, Tooser. We have a group of new toy sellers.
Wow, that's great! When I grow up, I want to be a toy seller too.
I'm afraid you're still too young, Tooser. I'm not sure if you'd understand much of it, and most of it's rather boring anyhow. Why don't you go play with the Traveler instead? Sound good?
But...
I really do have to go now, Tooser. I'll see you around, all right?
Child really dotes on his brother, but now he's gotta ditch him again. Must be a really tough job. Yeah, you're right. He hasn't done him to think he'd go this far just to prevent his family from seeing his dark side. Paimon wonders too. Wait, where's Tooser? We were too... Did he sneak off to follow his brother? Either way, let's head over there for...
अबे यार कितना घुमाएंगे ये लोग.
What's the hurry? What's the hurry?
मैं अभी नहीं ले रहा मैं किसी से फाइट. अभी सीधा मिशन करेंगे बात खत्म.
What's the hurry?
Tooser, so you did come here. Shh, quiet. My brother's giving his speech.
From this day forward, you will honor the oaths you have made to Her Majesty the Tsaritsa, and you will stop at nothing to bring Snezhnaya victory. You shall sweep through this land like the icy winds of the furthest north. Her Majesty expects of you loyalty, ruthlessness, for the trials that we face are harsh, and our enemies are like... like kites, who shall become redoubtable foes of Mr. Cyclops.
Kites are...
This is, of course, an analogy. So as your sales manager here, a refusal shall be considered a betrayal, and...
Whoa, that's really strict.
Seeking to please everyone pleases... Forget it. Perhaps a round of hands-on...
Hands-on training?
After all,
Hey, did he just say that we're doing hands-on
A Harbinger wants to spar with us personally?
I can't believe it.
Am I hearing a hint of...
Not at all, sir!
That's the spirit! Now come at me, you...
Frozen. Crisp.
Tidal wave!
Last frost. Stay right. It's time for a flash freeze.
कौन से कर सकते हैं?
Let's not waste time.
No time to lose.
This will be frozen in time. Don't push your luck.
Retribution!
By royal decree, let's dance!
You can run, but you can't hide.
You can't run!
Midnight Phantasmagoria!
Time to fulfill my duty.
I'd be a little joy. We've only just begun.
Flame.
I see through you, prisoner!
Don't push your luck.
You can't run! No slacking! You need to hurry up!
Odds reveal that I'll protect her!
Time for a break! My work! Finished! You need to hurry up! Don't be a killjoy! We've only just begun! You can't run!
Brace yourself. This is gonna hurt.
Roasted You need to hurry up! This one's well done!
By royal decree, let's dance!
Unfortunate thoughts!
Retribution! Tidal wave. Well then, do you all understand what I said?
Yes, sir!
Excellent. And you, in other words, you've done well for new recruit.
Thank you, Lord Harbinger!
All right, hush now. Now then, I dismissed.
Brother! You were amazing!
Oh, Tooser, what in the world are you doing here? There I was thinking that the Traveler had taken...
Yikes! That's some terrible acting.
I told you, didn't I? I'm not the man I was when we first met. By that, it puts a great strain on. I still haven't fully recovered. Anyway, I'm no senor.
The foul legacy transformation? I want to learn to fight too. I want to be...
Now, too, sir. Fighting, I can teach you. But...
I want to protect...
That's a good answer, too, sir. When I return to Snezhnaya, I will start teaching you fighting techniques.
You know, Tooser's a good kid when he's not being so stubborn.
You've had a nice long time here in Liyue, haven't you?
But, you've been so busy, and we didn't get any time to play together yet.
Too, sir, you know I'm very busy at work. And hasn't it been fun traveling all over the place with a proper traveler?
He's just worried he won't be able... Well, how about this?
Oh dear, who taught this little devil to bargain? All right, what?
Take me to visit the Institute of Toy... Do you think he means that ruin that the Millilith was talking about? The one where all the ruin guards were coming?
Done deal. As your brother, it's only right for me to grant...
Exactly! Are you sure this is a good idea? You should come along too, Traveler!
Let me think. Ah, yes, the Institute of Toy Research is not far at all from Lingju Pass. Now, Traveler, you're not the sort of...
The brothers are ganging up on us again.
हाँ बस भाई ख़त्म कर रहा हूँ बस होने वाली है मुझे लास्ट टास्क है फिर बंदी कर रहा हूँ लाइव स्ट्रीम बस थोड़ा सा बचा है फिर करेंगे हम 11 कह रहा हूँ लाइव स्ट्रीम वैलोरेंट की एंड फिर मार देंगे सारे दुश्मनों की ऐसी की तैसी
Here we are. Welcome to Liyue's Institute of...
Yeah, we're here! I can already hear... What is this place?
Based on my limited understanding, I believe this Dottore is another one of the Fatui Harbingers. He loves tinkering with old things. It's a personal passion of his. So, he converted these ruins into a Ruin Guard research lab.
Huh? So the ruin guards are built by the...
No, they have much closer connections to the Abyss. So, guards have been moving outside of this area recently.
Wow, yet another Harbinger with a... But at least this explains why you were totally okay with bringing Tooser here.
Well, I wouldn't go quite that far. I actually...
Wait, so...
Of course I am. But no matter... Even Tooser understands that, now that he knows what...
What are you guys chatting about? Come on.
All right.
Oh, protect us!
यार बस और कितना बचा ही है काफ़ी हो गया पर काफ़ी देर से खेल रहा है भाई बहुत देर से बस हो ही गया almost.
Brother, someone was saying that Mr. Cyclops is a killing machine.
Were they now? What a silly thing for them to say.
Yeah, I knew that they were lying anyways. Mr. Cyclops is here to
Right. With Mr. Cyclops around?
That's right. Okay, I'm going to go play with Mr. Cyclops now.
Hey, Tooser, wait up!
The door's shut. Will Tooser be alright?
There's another path over there. Who's next?
Oh, the door opened. Was that you?
That's right. But give me a moment over here, Tooser. Maybe I shouldn't have spoiled him quite so much. No time to lose.
Those ruin guards have all been strung up. Where are they being taken to?
I don't know. But if there's a chance it's where Tooser is, we need to stop this before things get ugly.
Retribution!
Freeze! This one will be frozen in time.
I'll protect us!
Tooser, see that big stone cube in front of you? I need your help.
Yay! Do I really get help?
You bet. Now I'll count down from 3, and then we touch it together. Ready?
That's bright. What is that?
It's a witch ray that will turn you into a little lamb if it hits you.
so stay out of its way.
That's scary.
Okay, so
I'll protect us!
Back together at last. You're not hurt, are you?
Hurt? No way. This fine for you, maybe. We were on. What's over there? Wow, this room is huge. Is this where Mr. Cyclops takes his?
It is. Impressive, isn't it? Now, how about a little game of hide and seek?
Huh? Now?
I have a surprise.
A surprise? Oh.
Don't worry, you'll have the chance to look for it later. But
Okay. 60 is a
no time to lose.
60, 59, 58.
There's not much time. Let's clear all these hazards out.
48, 47, 46, 45. You guys okay? What's all that crashing and banging?
Don't worry, it's all part of the surprise. Hey, no cheating. Skip a few numbers, you little rascal.
He noticed. All right. 15, 14, 13.
Give me another 10 seconds, Tooser. Still hiding.
Huh. Now who's the cheater? All right. 10 seconds, that's it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming, ready or not? This is everything I've ever dreamed of! It's Mr. Cyclops' world! Wow. He actually pulled Papaimon wonders if he'll be alright. Awesome! Boy, if these Mr. Cyclopses weren't so big, I'd sure love to take one home. Wait, aren't you guys? Oh, that's right. Well...
It's a good thing that you two found me first. Looks like using the Foul Legacy transformation while I was still injured took more out of me than I thought. I have no idea what I'd do if Tusser saw me like this. Look at me, deflated as a burst balloon. As I recall, you have siblings too. I figured that you probably wouldn't take me out in front of my little brother.
Really milking this situation, huh?
Like I said, I can never pass on an opportunity to test my... And that's why I, Tartaglia... Anyway, childhood dreams are all too easily... So someone has to protect them, right? If you make a promise, you keep it. If you make a mistake, if you give someone a dream, that is what family is all about, isn't it? Remind you of something?
Quit the tough guy act already! You need to see a doctor right away, mister!
A fine suggestion, but first... I have a little something for Tusser. Please give it to him on my
Huh? Is this?
Indeed. I had made it to order by a smith some time back.
Wow. Now that Paimon thinks about it, Child's family are really lucky.
I'll also need you to explain my... You'll help me out, won't you? The cold will kill the... that nursery rhyme brings back so many delightful memories. Tusser taught you... All right.
I can't find him anywhere. Where did he go? Really? Where is he? Yeah, so he had to leave in a real hurry. Oh. Well, that's great. But still, I was kind of hoping we could play here a little longer. Wow, look at this! I never knew that they made Mr. Cyclops. Look, it even has my name on it! You're really loving. You bet! My brother, you had a tour of... Do you think you're... So...
बस फाइनली एक और फिर ये हो जाएगा फाइनली ख़त्म फाइनली ख़त्म ओ भाई 3-4 घंटे हो गए तब जाके फाइनली ये अपडेट वाली चीज़ें ख़त्म है बट फिर भी 3-4 घंटे में ख़त्म हो यार गलत है यार आई वाज एक्सपेक्टिंग कि चलेगा अच्छा खासा
Buying or not? Auto reconfiguration is an essential.
Sir, young Master
Did Child say?
That's correct. Master Child instructed me to arrange for young Master Tusser.
Who are you?
Yeah, that's because I've known who you are.
What?
My brother told us all about you in a letter he sent back home. Sister Tonya read it to me. I actually recognized you the moment I saw you. I just couldn't remember your name.
What a strange twist of fate.
Young Master Tusser, the boat to Snezhnaya will dock soon.
Gee, time really flies. Well then, see you, Mr. Nice Guy. I'll wait for you back home. You definitely have to come visit Snezhnaya sometime. Pinky promise?
You make a pinky promise, you keep it all your life. You... Bye-bye, Tusser. Have a safe trip.
Hey.
Child? So you were here this whole time?
Partings are special moments. If he spent his final moments in Liyue seeing me all haggard and weak like this. Still, it is a shame that I couldn't see him off, but I should have been the one taking him back. I do have subordinates to escort him.
Jeez, don't you think you...
I can't quite explain it, but somehow I felt much more at ease leaving him in your care. Ah, yes, I almost forgot. Remuneration for your services.
Aha! So you...
One other thing. Don't forget our promise now. Let's have this time, with my honor as a...
You best go rest up first, don't...
Regardless of who wins or loses our next bout, I'll introduce you to my other siblings, Tonya and Anthon.
We'll take you up on that offer.
Farewell.
ओके सो फाइनली सब कुछ हो गया है अब बस बेसिक चीज़ें हैं उनके लिए तो कुछ थैंक यू गाइस फॉर वाचिंग थैंक यू टेक केयर बाकी फिर रात को मैं वैलोरेंट की लाइव स्ट्रीम करूँगा ओके गाइस टेक केयर